clearly a missed opportunity there. Give Air Force credit. They made big plays, made big threes. We were not intense enough in the first half. I thought we were certainly better in the second half. They really packed the paint. We weren't able to hit threes. That was a problem. But they made one more play than we did, so give them credit. Disappointing one. We know it was a missed opportunity, and we're going to have to find a way to rebound from it.
Was this something you saw coming in the practices since Colorado State?
No, I mean, it wasn't. I thought a couple of them were good. I think the first day after Colorado State, obviously, when you play late and things like that, it's going to be understandable. So I thought their approach was pretty good. They seemed locked in. But Air Force was ready to go. We were not, so that's on me.
On Rydas hitting that three, I couldn't tell, and I looked back at the video I had of it. I couldn't tell who was supposed to have him. JT was the guy closing out late.
Yeah, JT kind of overhelped on a curl that I don't think he needed to, and tried to scramble, but they made a great play.
You talked about their offense being so unique. It seems on paper like that those little cuts that they make would be easy enough to stop, but it's actually not, is it?
No, it's challenging, and we didn't make them uncomfortable enough. True was doing a good job of disrupting, getting some steals, playing really hard, but we didn't do that for 40 minutes. And we left 9 points at the foul line as well. I thought we battled on the glass clearly, but I think the game came down to three-point line. They made 11, we only made 3.
Jalen not playing pretty much most of the second half. Was that just foul trouble, or was there something else going on?
No, just foul trouble. And then, he had been out a while, and I just loved True's energy more than anything. But that fourth foul, I thought about keeping him out. And they kind of got him on a cut. But, it's just one of those things where I was worried about foul trouble, and I thought we had a rhythm going there. But probably should have got him in a little earlier for sure.
Very similar circumstance to the other night where it's 7 seconds left. I think everyone in the building's expecting the same play.
They were really, really packing the paint. He made the right play. True had a wide open shot, just didn't make it.
It's a game where obviously we don't know where everything's going to fall out with the net and all those kind of things, but this one hurt you guys a lot for NCAA tournament picture. Is that something that you even mentioned to the team at this point?
They know it. They know it. How would they not know it? That's they're down about it. You could hear them in the locker room. They know it. They know the severity of it. So we've got 3 left. We got to go see if we can steal them.
Baker kind of mentioned this, and you've talked about it before too, but players coming into the pit on these other teams, they want to get a win in an environment like this against you guys. Having that target on your back, how do you make sure you guys have the energy?
No, we got only one more left in this building. We didn't have it today. We just did not. I thought second half was better for sure. First half, we had to be more ready to go. Because like you said, people are coming in here and it's their Super Bowl, and give Air Force credit.
I kind of asked Bake this, but you're coming off an emotional game against a nationally ranked team, and you're playing the last place team in the league that's lost 7 in a row. Is it hard to really prepare for this game, or is it easy to overlook a team?
Well, there's uniqueness of what they do. They run a different type of style. First half, they were driving us, and we made an adjustment, and I thought did a good job of helping better in the second half. We told them about the severity of every game this time, so you go with emotion. This is sports right here to a T. You're on top of the world versus Colorado State, and now you feel like you're on the bottom. And there's nothing else you can do besides respond and move on.
Coach, final offensive play, 7.5 seconds left. It's almost identical to the Colorado State game. What was the final play call?
Same thing, but they just came off a true, and Donovan made the right play. He tried to get to the rim. They were kind of being physical with him, but kicked it out.
Was it more of the lack of energy by the Lobos the first half, or you attribute Air Force's shooting percentage lights out from the three?
Yeah, a little bit of both. I think it was a little bit of both. We've had trouble when we don't turn teams over, to sustain that defensive energy. So a little bit of both, but you certainly got to give them credit.
They had 13 fouls in the first half. Do you guys? Obviously, they had to back off some, or otherwise they'd foul everybody out. But they only had 8 in the second half, and I'm just curious if you feel you guys were aggressive enough to exploit their foul trouble.
I think we were trying. We needed to go out Petritus when he had 4, and needed to post up, try to run a couple things. They switched out. and we didn't burn him on them because obviously he hit the game winner and he had 4 fouls. But we gotta stay aggressive. That hurt them. That helped us. Now we also left 9 points at the free throw line as well.
We just didn't come out with enough energy. I mean, they pretty much had their way the whole game. So, I mean, it's hard to cut it on at a certain point during the game. And, I mean, we have to learn from this and I mean, come out with energy next game and be locked in the whole game.
Is this something you saw in the practices leading up to this game?
I mean, you can say that. I mean, you can make any excuse, but, I mean, we didn't get the job done. Like I said, we weren't locked in. We weren't disciplined enough. And it's everybody. We have to learn from it, continue to work, and be ready for the next one.
You mentioned the energy. Is that something that happened just straight out of the gate, or they kind of surprised you just out of the gates?
I mean, they're a good team. They run their stuff. The stuff that they run is hard to guard when you're not disciplined and ready to go. And I mean, they got the best of us.
Is it hard to play a game like this after such an emotional game earlier in the week?
I mean, you can't make that excuse. You got to be locked in for every game, no matter if it's, I mean, a great team on paper, or if it's not. Everybody in college basketball can play, and you got to be ready.
You mentioned guarding them is difficult if you're not prepared, essentially. But what were they doing out there that kind of threw you guys out? I mean, obviously they were making threes and stuff like that, but just for being on the court, how difficult was that?
I mean, they do a lot of cutting. They slip a lot. They kind of like set unexpected screens when we're not ready, when we're, kind of focused on other things. So, I mean, it's something that you got to be locked in. You got to be alert the whole possession. And it's not like they try to score the ball early in the shot clock or anything like that. You have to really guard for, the whole 30 seconds. So, it's just something you have to be ready for and be disciplined enough to go out there and execute the game plan.
When you play teams twice, especially when you get to this late in conference play, you just feel different energy in general for every team you're seeing again. They're really just kind of how everyone wants to win, basically.
For sure, every game is different. I mean, we couldn't go in here with with anything on the first game at their place. And everybody that comes in here and plays in the pit, they're excited and they're ready to go and they have a lot of energy. And we have to be ready to come out with our energy as well. And we didn't do that tonight or today, actually.
They committed 13 fouls in the first half. Obviously, they needed to back off some, but do you feel you guys did enough to maybe keep going at them in the second half to maybe get some of their guys fouled out?
I mean, regardless of all of that, we still had a chance to win the game, and we had a slip up on the last play. So, things like that happen, and we just have to learn from it and be ready.
How much did Jalen not being out there kind of affect you guys?
It's definitely hard because he's a spark all the time. He's always bringing energy and things like that. So when he's in foul trouble, it's definitely difficult. But we still have to get the job done. We still have a job to do, and we didn't do it.
Anything else? Yeah, you got a bye coming up. How much do you feel like you guys need that right now at this point?
I mean, we have to get back to work for sure, and we have a lot of time to prepare for our next game, and we have to be locked in, be disciplined the whole week, and be ready to go.